You know that moment when you look back at the last year of cruising and think, wow, I really learned nothing, and I'm probably going to repeat all the same mistakes again? Well, not this time, because 2026 Matt is a new, improved, slightly more hydrated version of 2025 Matt. And today, I'm sharing the things I'm absolutely, definitely, hopefully, doing differently when I cruise in 2026. Up next. All right, let's get things off with a controversial statement for a cruise addict like me. I'm going to try to not cruise during the summer. I know. It sounds like I'm going to follow the sentence with just kidding, but I'm serious. Look, I love being on a cruise ship more than the average adult man probably should. But summer cruising, it's hot. I'm melting by noon. I'm basically a human Dole Whip under the Caribbean sun. Plus, taking a small break gives me a chance to appreciate cruises more. You know that feeling when you haven't had your favorite food in a while, and then suddenly it tastes even better? Yeah, I kind of want that, but with ships. I find that I take a lot of cruises in the winter, rightfully so. It's the peak of the Caribbean cruise season, so I pack a lot in between January and let's say April. But then when we get into summertime, it's a whole different ballgame. And by that point, I'm not burnt out by any means, but it's nice to kind of take a little bit back and not cruise quite as much. But of course, this is where the record scratches because I realize I actually have 2 summer cruises, but wait, they're for good excuses. First and foremost, I'm going to Alaska for the first time in a couple of years, and this is because my wife wants to go and celebrate her birthday in her favorite itinerary of all time, which is Alaska, and we're going to go right at the beginning of the summer season. So essentially, when the kids get out of school, we'll go to Alaska and then enjoy our summer cruise free. But the other part 2 of this is I am going on a cruise in August because Legend of the Seas is new, and I physically cannot skip a new Royal Caribbean cruise ship. It's impossible. It's like asking me not to breathe. So yes, I am not cruising in the summer, except for 2 summer cruises I'm definitely taking. Baby steps, okay? For number 2, I'm going to learn from my mistakes because apparently I didn't the first time. Last year when I booked my flight to Europe for a cruise, I booked directly with the airline first because in my brain, I was going to book it early, get a great seat, lock in my flight, and probably get a really good price. Turns out, air to sea was cheaper. Like noticeably cheaper. Like I stared at the price difference and questioned my sanity cheaper. And as a result, I actually canceled my flight. Thank goodness I booked refundable and then rebooked with air to sea. So in 2026, I'm flipping the order. Air to sea first, airline website second. Not only is air to sea often cheaper for international flights, but it gives you that wonderful security blanket, protected connections, flexible rebooking, and the peace of mind that things go sideways, Royal Caribbean has my back. And trust me, the only thing worse than missing your cruise ship is spending the next 3 months arguing with a chatbot named SkyHelpBot3000 about a refund. Plus, Royal Caribbean offers a discount. For flights to either Alaska or Europe in 2026, Royal Caribbean's offering up to $250 off the cost of those flights if you book through air to sea. So yes, air to sea first. I'm learning, slowly, but learning. For number 3, I've got to be real. Nassau has been a port that, like many of you, I've just skipped completely. Like every time I've gotten off the ship, I regretted it because I wanted to get off the ship to do something in Nassau, got there, and then was like, this is just a waste of time. Like there's nothing really compelling here. I'm sweaty. I'm going back to the ship. But 2026 is going to be different because I have some really high hopes that the Royal Beach Club Paradise Island is going to fundamentally change how we look at Nassau. And with its opening, which will happen actually at the very end of 2025, but it'll be open for all of 2026, Royal Caribbean is basically forcing my hand to spend more time in Nassau. And honestly, I'm not mad about it. This is the first time I've looked at Nassau and said, I should probably start planning something. Now, of course, the Royal Beach Club is going to be close to the pier. It's exclusive. It looks like it's going to be absolutely beautiful. And I was able to take advantage of some really good pricing during the Black Friday sale, where in a lot of cases, my visits to Nassau dropped the admission cost by like half. On 2 visits I have already scheduled there, the cost per adult is only like $140 per adult. And that includes, by the way, obviously admission into the club, but also unlimited food and drink, including alcohol. It's really not a bad price. And if you don't believe me, go look at how much Atlantis is charging or the Baja Mar is charging, keeping in mind those are not all inclusive and don't include transportation. I'm actually pretty excited to finally do something in Nassau. I know, who am I, booking the excursion in Nassau? Just imagine the 2025 version of me roaming the streets of Nassau with no plan, bumping into cruise ship viewers asking, Matt, what are you doing today? And I'm like, a drink? Not in 2026. This time, I'll have a wristband and a reservation like a functional adult. Something else I really want to do differently is actually remember to use my Pinnacle dining credit for once, because I just can never remember to use that. You know that feeling when you forget you have a credit and only remember it like 3 hours after debarkation? Well, that was me like every single time. Pinnacle Club members get a $25 dining credits on ships with Coastal Kitchen, primarily because they may not get access to Coastal Kitchen because of too many sweet guests and or too many other Pinnacles. Regardless, it's a really nice perk. It's not perfectly consistent across the fleet, but it's there, and I need to start remembering to use it. So in 2026, I'm not letting that credit evaporate like my willpower in the casino. So I'm going to fix that. I'm putting like a note on my phone or a reminder, an alarm. Matt, use your Pinnacle dining credit. Yes, I need to parent myself because future me will ignore the notification at least twice. But eventually, I'll open the Royal Caribbean app and say, oh yeah, free Izumi sushi money. The dream. All right, next on my list of 2026 Matt is trying to grow as a person, I'm expanding where I cruise from. I know, shocking. Me leaving Florida? It's like seeing a dolphin rollerblade. Possible, but unusual. However, in 2026, I've got a couple cruises. I got a sailing out of Cape Liberty, Vancouver, and even Barcelona. Let's start with Barcelona because I've never cruised from there. Heck, I've never even been there. Never had the chance to mispronounce La Rambla in front of locals. So this is a big deal for me. I've seen thousands of people post photos from the rooftop of their Barcelona hotel looking out at a Royal Caribbean ship in port and every time I think, wow, that looks amazing. When is it my turn? Well, in 2026, it's going to happen. I'm ready to eat tapas, wander Gothic alleyways, and maybe even sleep more than 4 hours before embarkation day. Maybe. Probably not. And then there's Vancouver, which I haven't cruised from in a number of years. Beautiful skyline, great food, not hot and humid, and mountain views that really are fantastic. Plus, cruising out of Vancouver just feels, well, classy a little bit. You suddenly want to wear a flannel shirt and talk about sustainability. It's part of the experience. And then Cape Liberty. Many of you already know I love New York, so we can combine New York with a cruise. I'm all for it. It's nostalgic, it's scenic, and it's a reminder that not every cruise has to start in Florida, although most of them still will because I am who I am. The bottom line is this variety definitely makes cruising better. Different embarkation ports give you new energy, new food, new scenery, and even better, new content for this channel. So 2026 is going to be my let's shake things up year, and I'm really excited for that. And for my last one, it's a little more personal because I am forcing myself to try restaurants I usually skip or glance over. You know how every ship has that one place you walk past and say, maybe next time, and then you never go? Well, for me, there are 3 of those places, at least. There's Hooked Seafood, Johnny Rockets, and Wonderland. It's not that I don't like them, it's just that I'm a creature of habit. I walk onto the ship with every intention of trying Hooked, and 3 hours later I'm eating sushi at Izumi like some sort of salmon-based Groundhog Day movie. So in 2026, I really want to push myself. For Hooked, I really want to go and see what the menu is like. I don't eat shellfish, but there are other things on the menu. Not to mention, it's been a number of years, actually, now that I think about it, since I've been to Hooked, so I've really got a chance to try this one out. Then, of course, there's Johnny Rockets, and this one I genuinely skip for no reason. Burgers are good, shakes are good, fries are good, but I always end up doing something else. 2026, Matt, here's to getting a burger with a side of nostalgia. And Wonderland. Look, I love the creativity. I love the theming. My brain is like, Matt, what even is a molecular olive? Next year, I'm going to go with an open mind, an empty stomach, and a willingness to say, yes, I will eat that thing that looks like a science experiment. No more comfort zone cruising. 2026 is the year that I want to taste new things and potentially discover some new favorites or maybe just reevaluate the reason why I've been skipping those restaurants for quite a while. So these are the things that I'm going to be doing differently in 2026. Now I want to hear from you. What are you going to change about how you cruise next year? Are you going to book more excursions? Try a different cabin? Finally, not forget your Crown and Anchor drink vouchers. Let me know in the comments below because your ideas might end up inspiring a brand new video here. And hey, if you found this video helpful, entertaining, or it reminded you to use your Pinnacle dining credit, hit that like button, subscribe, and make sure you hit the notification bell so that way YouTube will send with a brand new video to share. This has been Matt from RealCaribbeanBlog.com, and we'll talk again real soon.